Hello and welcome to our tutorial. In this video, you will see how to create and configure a calculated field. A calculated field is a new field that populates your dataset. They allow us to make simple calculations like additions, multiplications, divisions, but also complex computations with many functions. To add a calculated field, select the required data source in the data source browser, right-click in the field list and select Add Calculated Field in the context menu. This opens the expression editor, which allows you to specify an expression that will be used to obtain calculated field values. Here, you can construct the required expression. On the left, we have the different elements that you can use in an expression: functions, operators, constants, and columns. Columns are the fields of your dataset. You can add calculated fields that are calculated for each line of the dataset, or aggregate calculated fields that are a summary result for a set of lines of the dataset. For example, I want to calculate the total sales amount of each order. I select the unit price field, the multiplication operator, and the quantity field. When clicking on OK, it will create my calculated field. By right-clicking on this field, I can rename it, duplicate it, change its type, or edit the expression. Here I will rename it Total Sales Amount. To see the result of the expression, you can go to the Dataset view and visualize the result for each line of the dataset, or drag and drop the field in the grid. Let's look at a new example. I want to know for how many years a store has been open. To do this, in the dataset, I have access to the year of opening. I create a calculated field and use the functions getYear and Today. This gives us getYear, today, minus store opening, plus years. By right-clicking on the field, I rename it Age of Store. Then I drag and drop the field in my grid. For advanced users, you can use aggregated calculated fields using aggregate functions such as sum, max, average. For example, I want to calculate last year's sales. I will use the filter function to filter on last year's data, and the sum function to sum the sales amount of all the lines of last year. This gives us filter, sum sales amount, getYear sales date, equals getYear, today, minus 1. We can notice the sigma sign next to the calculated field, which indicates that this is a summary expression. Now when we drag the new calculated field next to sales amount, we can see that previous year's sales are displayed next to the total sales. To learn more about all the available functions, refer to the online documentation.